Hey, this is ZoWilliams of the Voice of Reason and What Morning Shows here at Dash Radio. Listen, everybody on YouTube, you guys have been a tremendous support for my shows, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in every week and, participating. But I'm serious than a mug. We need your help on the GoFundMe campaign. We really want to do the VOR radio network, and I'm asking you personally, each and every one of you, we're over nearly 24,000 strong here on the channel. We need you to support by donating. Just click that little button down there and it'll take you directly to the GoFundMe campaign. It's gofundme.com/ZoWilliams. Anything you can do is greatly appreciated. It continues our movement. It continues our forward progress. And I appreciate you all who have already donated. If you can do it again, I thank you so much. Thanks again. So what? I'm out.
I'm ZoWilliams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
ZoWilliams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason. Zo diggity. Back in the building. Well, shit is crazy. Having some technical difficulties, but it's all right. You already know I got a heater online for you. And I'm going to need to hear from you. I'm going to need you to call in. Now, we got some people on Facebook that's going to be pissed off because there's no live feed for Facebook because the Wi-Fi in this mug is tripping. This is how the cameras and all of that shit work. Might be too many people online up in this mug, bandwidth or something. I don't know. So no Facebook live feed, but I'm still going to feed Facebook questions. I'm going to feed Twitter questions, right? Because we have a major topic, a real deal, big time topic that must be discussed, right? A lot of people get mad at me for the topics I create, I come up with, but it's important. Listen, I want to welcome you to the Voice of Reason. I am ZoWilliams, and this is a caller-driven show, so I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to get your response for today's topic. It's going to be bananas. It's going to be nuts. I'm going to ask some tough questions, but also want to coach some folks. You know what I mean? I want to coach some people. I want to get at y'all personally. Don't be afraid. I'm typing right now. Call me right now at this number. This is on Twitter. 323-230-4610. Right? Great topic. But listen, I got a couple of things to promote. All right? I know y'all want to know what we doing, what we getting into. First off, somebody donated to the GoFundMe campaign yesterday. It was 4 somebodies, and I just want to say thank you. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you came from, but I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it. All right? I appreciate it. I got a couple of things to promote, big things. There's this new online service called blackspot.com. BLAQSPOT. blackspot.com. And you guys know I'm all about businesses, promoting fledgling businesses, people trying to get off the ground with their hustle. www.blaqspot.com. Frank! Pull that shit up, Frank. I want it on camera so people can see. Right? blaqspot.com. I've got a profile there. It's like Facebook. You can do all types of shit on their platform. And I'm excited that they reached out to me and in a very honest way was like, look, man, we need help. We need help promoting this business. And we heard how you get down. And I was like, for sure. blaqspot.com. If you get on and you join me, or just friend me or something. Let me see. Let me pull myself up. BLAQ. There it is. Let me pull myself up. I got some people in here laughing and giggling and shit at what I do. blackspot.com. BLAQSPOT. This is it right here. Let me see. Where's my little... Nick wants to see, like, let me see. Yeah. Yeah, you know, people are joining. Look at that. Hey, Nefertiti. It's like the Black Facebook. These people are out of Texas, Bighorn State. I'm not mad. Support the movement. blaqspot.com. Also, hey, wait a minute. Let me get this. Hold on. Do this all the goddamn time. I got to remember. Gotta remember. The relationship dismount. Only 200 copies remain. We've been selling them. They've been moving. Bam. The relationship dismount. How to stick the landing when exiting a toxic relationship. Pow. Don't play yourself. Participate in the revolution. Hey, I got a lot of people, couples in particular, reading the relationship dismount together. I keep telling people, don't try to heal your relationship when it's wounded. Preventative medicine goes a long way. Heal your shit. Well, let me see. What is that old saying? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Jesus. Read the book with your partner. Don't be fucking afraid. There's a lot of scaredy cats out there. Somebody saw this book and was like, how to stick the landing when exiting a toxic relationship. My relationship fine. I don't need no goddamn help. We good. We good. Everything good. I don't want to even talk about breaking up. Listen, it's not just a breakup book. It'll help you break up with class, some fucking dignity for once, right? But it's a makeup book. You guys are trying to figure it out. You got to trying to find your way back to each other. There's an opportunity to do that too. First off, how many relationship books are workbooks? Got exercises at the end of every chapter, for Christ's sake. And if you want to fail after that, then that's on you. The relationship dismount, wake up, break up, make up book. Don't play yourself. It's only 200 physical copies left. Go to IamZoWilliams.com. Frank, pull up my website so the good people who are listening to the show can see it. The relationship dismount. Let's see, what else do I have to promote? Oh, one more thing. I'm doing like a weird, I don't mean any disrespect by this, but it is strange. It's like it's a retreat, right? I don't know how else to explain it. It's a retreat. Let me pull it up so you guys can. It's called, and this is where I'm going to see Veronica Conway, Nick, and fucking John. Okay? Me and Veronica Conway been down for some years. And I've never seen her. She's been doing my show for 3 years. And I've never seen her. This is fucking strange, right? We are getting together to do a relationship retreat in Joshua Tree. June 9th through the 11th. It's called Soul of the Desert. Some people reached out to me and said, Zoe, we want you to do a panel. We want you to do a workshop. I said, for sure, and then I'll come promote it. Soul of the Desert. A black family celebration. Really? Okay. A weekend where you connect, commune, and change with like-minded people. Camping, yoga, hiking, good food, family, and fun, and all kind of stuff. I will be leading a workshop. Yes, play that beat for me, pimp. Yep. I'll be leading a workshop. Listen, if you want to find out about it, you want to get tickets and more information, just go to www.soulofthedesert.us or call 760-979-0086. All righty. All the promotion is out of the way. We about to go ham and eggs up in here. I have an incredible topic, and a new young lady has joined the fray amongst the wolves. I'm going to put you on camera.
No.
It's too late.
Where's the camera?
See? Not even paying attention. All up on camera.
No.
Yeah, it's too late. It's over. It's over. It's done. So
That's fine.
It's fine.
Doesn't matter.
So when I say this topic, don't be offended, because girls be getting offended by these shows. Am I lying, guys? Do they be butt hurt in here? I'm not trying to hurt your butt.
I don't care.
You know I don't care about it. Let's do it. Today's topic on the Voice of Reason, HottButton Radio. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I need you to participate. Today's topic, oh my God, she-male. Yes, I said she-male.
Like a transgender?
Is the boss bitch / Miss Independent mentality a masculine trait? Fuck! Look what you done ran up into. God damn it. Is this why y'all by yourselves? I'm not finna settle for just regular. What about? Nobody asked the question, how did regular find me? Okay, cool. Am I a regular magnet? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. She-male. Is the boss bitch / Miss Independent mentality a masculine trait? At the very least, we'd have to argue and say it's an unnatural stance. Because typically, heterosexual men need heterosexual women. So then when you come in with the concept of, I don't need a man, it's kind of like I don't need nature.
Yeah.
Kind of like, fuck nature.
Yeah.
Me and nature aren't down anymore. I've got a good job and a great education, and that's all I need. And some tools to masturbate with. I'm good. I'm straight. Fuck a guy. I'm good.
Can I say something?
Introduce yourself. Tell them who you are.
My name is Joelle.
Joelle in the building. On the
I'm
East
in
Coast
here.
side of the game,
I'm not
DMV.
East Coast.
What is that?
It's considered a southern state.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Let's be clear.
Maryland.
It's below the Mason-Dixon line.
So you country now?
I'm country.
Okay, cool.
I live across
She's
a
Bama.
cornfield. Do you guys have like cornfields across the street from your house? No.
Okay. So you live next to Smallville. Fine. Okay. You and the son of Jarrell. I don't know. Fuck.
Whatever.
So you understand what I'm talking about clearly.
I do. But
Uh-oh.
I will say this on behalf of women. When they say I don't need a man, it's not that they don't need a man to please them, like you're saying it's against nature, but it's more so like to survive.
Huh?
Like, okay.
Okay, shit.
Okay, here's the thing. I was watching a ratchet show last night.
I don't need a man to survive. Let me just, I soak that
as
up?
far as like financially, you know? It's like, oh, I don't need him to pay my bills. Like,
Great.
I can do it by myself.
Got it.
That's more so where it comes from. Not like, I don't need a man. I can live 50 years by myself. Like, no. I doubt that's what they mean.
Okay. There's so many places to take this. I don't need a man. You're talking about financially. You're talking about bread.
Right.
Part of being a man, or part of the man code, part of masculinity has been broken down to be a provider and a protector.
Right.
So if he's not a provider,
A protector?
maybe?
But he can provide, but a lot of women some women depend on the male to provide everything. It's like, it's a difference between, you know, bringing home majority of the money as opposed to bringing home all the money and all you do is stay at home and you don't even work. And then when the man leaves you, you have nothing. And you're like, I don't know how to live because
This is good.
he took his money with him and I'm broke. I don't have a job. I don't know. There was a woman that was, she wasn't technically married to the guy, but they were together for 20 years and they had kids and they lived together. So, like, by law, after a certain time, that's some type of considered marriage. I forget.
Common law.
Yeah, common law. But, so what he did was, he actually left her after 20 years and started dating, like, this 21-year-old and, you know, lived with the new girl. Now the woman is older with kids, with no job, no money, no nothing. And she's, like, lost.
So
because she depended on that
having your
man.
own.
Exactly.
Okay, so if it's just financial, why are women always bitching about money?
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm just going to sit here and let it marinate.
In what way, though? Like, oh, the man doesn't pay? Like, what do you mean?
He has to make what I make. He has to earn what I earn, or more. Let's throw in or more. Let's keep that in play. He has to be at least as educated as I am. Right? And then, on top of that, if we get married and then get divorced, I get the house, the kids, I get everything. He's basically financially broken, but for the sake of providing, after you said I don't need a man. Yeah. You want to deal with that? That's
No,
a lot. It's
no
kinda
comment.
heavy. Why?
I mean, I don't know these women you speak of, but I'm sure that they're out there. I just haven't. I'm not like that. My mom's not like that. The women in my family aren't like that.
Okay, so let's, barring your family, because it's hard to imagine that you don't know women like that.
I mean, no. But, okay.
You don't know at all.
I'm not, like, friends with them.
Why the disclaimers?
Because it is a huge difference. Like, I have crazy friends that are like, oh, he didn't text me back. He's probably with another girl. And I'm like, okay, you're a psycho. You know, like, you just jump to conclusions. But there's a difference when it comes to, like, knowing, dealing with people that are, like, really go through that type of stuff. Like, the women in my family have gotten divorced and things, and they moved on. But the way they kind of went about it, they weren't, like, as bitter, you know, or bitchy about it, if that makes sense. So,
right.
So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't really get why they would be that way, but I believe that there are women that are like that.
You have to.
There are crazy women out there. Like, absolutely. They want the guy to leave them everything, especially those women that just sleep with a celebrity and get pregnant by one, and then they want all these like benefits. It makes no sense.
Who are you talking about? You talking about?
I'm not gonna blow nobody out there.
Why not?
Why not?
The fuck?
Now I gotta like really think of a good example. If I'm gonna call them out, I have to like come with all the facts.
You know exactly who we talking about. I don't even know why you fucking around. Like, didn't Bass tell you what kind of show this was?
Not really. I was just like, I'm gonna go in there and wing it.
Some fucking Pisces shit.
I'm not. Listen, Pisces season is over, so
yeah, it is.
You can't come for me anymore. My time has gone past.
All right, let me ask you this about aggressiveness and assertiveness. And are women getting stronger while men in general seem to be getting weaker?
Yes.
Why would you say something like that?
Well, I was going to edit your word. I wouldn't say weaker, but I feel like women are getting more empowered to be on their own. Even
I like that.
You know, because I feel like a lot of times just growing up in like an old school style of things, it's like I still have a few people that I know that are stay-at-home moms and things like that, but I went to college with them and I know they wanted to do things on their own, but they just got into a situation where it was easier to just be a stay-at-home mom. But I wish they would be more. I feel like now seeing other women do what they want to do after college, they were like, wow, I could have went that route instead of going the old school way, you know? And so I feel like having more, I think it was I'm not sure if this is accurate anymore or where it was from, if it was like Forbes or whatever it was, but they said that Black women are the most, like, the highest, like, entrepreneurs in the United States or something like that. It was something along those lines where maybe not even Black women, but just women who are increasing as entrepreneurs on their own. So just having those type of stats, the International Women's Day and all these like different little things that are being out there in these marches, it's just kind of getting people to like break out of that mindset that you can do it on your own. You can have your own dreams. You can have something that your own goals, and you can pursue them. You don't have to just be under a guy and be their support system all the time. Like, you can do your own thing.
So if you don't need a man for provision anymore, what do you need him for?
I think you still do need them for that. That can't be their all.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I mean, okay, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
I think that it's like more of a bonus as opposed to like, this is the sole reason why I need a man.
Now you're going to have to articulate other reasons why a man would be beneficial and useful and
for like love and care and support and like security and just like to me, like I appreciate a man as far as like I want it to be somewhat like a protector, you know, like someone that's gonna have my back. And it's just like, to me, a man in my mind is like equivalent to my best friend. You know, so all the things that I expect of my best friend, I would want in my partner.
A listener,
exactly. I want to be able to talk to you when I have a problem. I don't have to just talk to my friends and like we can just talk to you about music, like sports, whatever that I'm interested in.
Right.
The same things, and we can just be like true life best friends, but also lovers at the same time.
Do you think in this culture you can really have all of that?
Yeah.
And be boss bitch, Miss Independent?
Yeah.
Say more about that process. I like it.
I think that you can, but it's a part of the main problem is insecurity.
Ooh, yeah.
So
here we go.
I feel like you can be a boss. The guys cannot get insecure about you being a boss, number one, because then they won't mind you going out. A lot of times I hear my friends or like girls say like, oh, like I'm going out and they have an issue with me going out and like making friends. And it's like, why? When they go out with their guys, you know, it's an insecurity thing. Like, oh, I can do it, but you can't. Like, you got to like chill. So that whole thing about being a boss is like just being with someone on both ends as well, having that security that you can let them run free and do what they're supposed to do. And then
hold on. I'm sorry. They need to see you.
And then they can like
there it is.
Go on with life. As
Move
far
over
as like,
some. Yeah, they can see you. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Say It.
Joelle.
Joelle.
Yes.
I'm like putting
Other people
emphasis
call me Joey.
on Joe.
Yeah. Oh, whatever.
A lot of people call you Joey.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Here
I
we
mean,
go.
you know, whatever floats your boat. I don't really care anymore.
So, let me ask this. True or false? An educated woman can also be aggressive, as being educated exposes the mind to a vast amount of information, which is empowering, and with that births confidence that affects how she relates not just to others, but to her man. I know some shit, and you just can't tell me anything. Shit gotta make sense. You know how men have a difficult time with intelligent women in general.
That's true.
Why do you think that is?
I have a problem with intellect.
Yeah. Why do you think men have a problem with intellectual women?
I feel like a lot of times it's intimidating.
What's intimidating about it?
Because a lot of times, just like back to what I said before, it's kind of like women, I feel like we're always like, yes. They just never really had an opinion to begin with. Like they never really felt like it was their place to even give their opinion. They kind of just listened and whatever. So when you do come across a woman that knows what she's talking about and she's intelligent and she's saying things and it kind of can catch someone off guard. I was even, it's so funny because I was just looking at a Twitter screenshot conversation where the woman was trying to approach a man she was interested in and he was ignoring her. She's like, do you, like, what's wrong with you? Like, do you not even like women? Like, because you're not even.
Would you approach a man?
Absolutely. I do it all the time.
Oh, gangster. It's
I mean,
a new
because
world.
I prefer to get curved than have to curve someone else. Like, you know.
What?
I'd prefer to be like let down than having to let someone down. Like I do not like when people hit on me and I'm not prepared. And I'm
Superwoman shit.
I'm
Here
like,
we go.
it's not that. It's just kind of like I met you and then they get like, oh my gosh, like here's, and then I get their number because I'm like, oh, they were a cool guy. And then all of a sudden they're just like I want to see you again. I'm like, whoa, I didn't expect this and now I'm in a pickle and I'm like, I don't want to not be cool with you, but now you just
we've already had our conversation.
Yeah, I know.
I've pointed out some of your oddities.
Whatever.
It's fine, though.
Hey, I'm human. I'm weird. I don't care.
It's okay. Yo, we got a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it. Are you too strong for your men? Are you single? Are you in a relationship with a vibrator? Holla at me.
This is BK from Dallas.
BK, what up, Dallas? What's happening?
Hey, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. I listen to you and Corey and everybody else. Y'all keep me rolling, but you give me some information all the time.
You already know. That's what we do. What's the deal, my friend?
I don't agree with what the young lady says.
Speak on it.
Of course you didn't.
Well, that's why you here. Speak on it. You young lady,
woman.
you keep your mouth closed and let this man here talk now.
Whatever.
Go ahead, brother.
I myself was always looking for an intellectual lady, somebody who you can't pull a fast one on. Because if you is there dumb enough where you can pull a fast one on, you probably don't need to be with her.
That's good
but
shit.
I do, and then there's a lot of women out there who will throw their education first before they throw anything else out there as well.
I mean,
I have experienced that.
Yeah. This is real. Say more, brother. Say more. I'm with you.
You going in on me.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
Myself, I have a degree. I got a bachelor's, master's degree. But as a man, I don't say, hey, I'm master of BK. You know what I'm saying? But a woman will say, I'm so-and-so. I graduated from here, blah, 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 blah. It's just they step forward with that to show that, okay, I'm smart, I'm intelligent. You don't have to do that.
It's
you
a
can
defense
just be who you are, and you can pick that up by itself. You don't have to be aggressive with a man.
Wow.
Because it's a lot. It's just, I've seen a lot.
Man, hey, let me just say this. I appreciate the call, man. Thanks for reaching out. Thanks for sharing your opinion. If you want to bring your city into the building, like the big homie just brought Dallas into the building, all you got to do is get to your phone lines and hit 323-230-4610. It's the voice of reason on HottButton Radio Radio. Today's topic, she-male. A deeper look at the mentality of Miss Boss Bitch, Miss Independent, Miss I Don't Need a Man. Has her degree And her increase in bread made her think more like a man, behave like a man. Was Steve Harvey on to something? Call her. You're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it.
Yo, what's happening, man? It's Hustle from Miami.
Hustle in the building. What's the deal, pimp?
Man, it's crazy you bringing up this topic because just last night I was talking about this with my lady. It's because I think it's becoming more prevalent throughout society as you kind of go to the day-to-day, seeing women kind of running their men. And just jokingly, I was saying, like, back in the 1920s, they had a fear of getting the backhand across the mouth, so it was a little different.
Pow! God damn it.
These days, right? Which I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I guess the way we kind of look at it, or at least the way I conveyed it to her, is I feel like I follow the school of thought of what Jeff Brown was saying about my woman speaks first and my word is final.
Mm-hmm.
Because there has to be a balance. There has to be some leadership and organization, because when you got more than one leader in any situation,
you're going to have a problem.
Going in different directions, right?
Yeah, it's a power struggle,
kind of
yeah.
like a trade-off.
Yeah.
And a good leader knows how to listen to his team, be able to incorporate that into his plan, and then kick it back out in a way that makes things work. You know what I mean?
But see, Jeff is blessed because he has a woman who, listen, he has a woman who is willing, right, to acknowledge his definition of manhood. And not only acknowledge it, but respect it and appreciate it and make space for it within their relationship. You got some women who are like, it don't matter about what manhood is to you. I make more money. I'm more educated. I'm more this. I'm more that. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of that has to do with who raised her and where she comes from.
Right. So check this out there. So I feel like women like that should get left out in the cold until they learn how to ask for a jacket.
Say it again. I need you to say it. Say it with your chest, Hustle.
Women who want to act like that should be left out in the cold till they learn how to ask for a jacket.
That's messed up.
Hustle in the building doing what he does best.
No, I don't agree.
No doubt, man. Hold on. I mean, it sounds like she want to challenge that. I don't know.
She does.
I mean, I
Go ahead, Joel.
Okay, for instance, like, I personally don't like people opening the door for me. What's wrong with that, though?
Is that ladylike?
It's like, I appreciate it, but it's like, I'm not tripping if you didn't. It's not like,
Okay. But you're not resistant to it.
I'm not resistant.
You're not attitudinal about it once it happens.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to be like, why'd you open the door for
cool.
me? Yeah, no.
Because there's some of them.
But it's just like, it's okay.
There's some women, and the women that there ain't nobody in your family like, but even the ones you don't know. Yeah, it's them too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Whatever. Same with the car door. It's so weird. I'm like, just get in the car.
Wow, this is crazy. Big hustle, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro.
No doubt.
Wow.
Maybe it's
Hustle always come in and lay us flat with some hella heat, man. True or false? Independent women tend to end up single a lot. And it's usually by choice.
Okay, I agree.
Therefore, they've become masturbation experts.
Okay, I don't agree with that. No. Because there's a difference between, listen, just because you're independent does not mean you don't have sex.
Oh.
Let's be clear.
Okay, say more.
So,
go deeper.
Independent women have crazy schedules. Like, you're doing everything you need to do to provide for yourself. You don't necessarily have the time to be in a, or to give to a full relationship, but there's not like you don't meet people when you are, like in your life, and you can just have like a casual relationship with them where it is sexual, but it's not like a relationship.
So women are really out here confused in the motherfucker, acting like men while still acting like ladies.
Why is it acting like a man? Why can't you just...
What I'm saying is, there is a battle in cultural shit, social norms, where Let's just be honest. There's a double standard for women having multiple dicks.
Oh, absolutely. It doesn't even have to be multiple. It could be one.
No, multiple dicks is like, hey, what the fuck going on? Men?
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Men, we get praised for it.
Right.
So even the independent boss lady who's got all of these standards and all of these inflexible beliefs. And
she still has needs.
She still has needs. So when she does have this Holodex.
Oh, God.
Holodex full of dicks.
What?
She has to keep that very discreet. She can't be like, I got all this. Because you can't be a boss independent bitch and still be considered a hoe.
It's not a, why she gotta be a hoe?
I'm just saying that's just the way it's described. I didn't say it was right.
Well, okay, but my thing is like when I said she's still having sex, why do you automatically assume it's like 10 guys? It could be like one that that buddy that she calls all the time.
She got a buddy pass dick. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but it's one guy. It's cool. That's the homie.
How many girls you know got one dude that's on the buddy pass list?
I know a few.
Oh, it's funny you know them, but you don't know the other people. Okay, cool. Caller! You're on the line. This one is in here bullshitting already. Caller, welcome to the Voice of Reason. Is she in here bullshitting? Am I lying?
No.
Okay.
Damn it. Come on in here, Miss Lips.
Okay.
I know who this is. This Miss Lips.
So, come on now. A buddy pass dick?
A buddy pass.
If that's so, he's sleeping with 4 different women.
Who cares? Ain't your
so
man.
You still sleeping. You still sleeping with extra partners because who the fuck they fucking?
Wow.
But if, yo, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
it
I
don't
grew
matter
up.
if you're using a condom or not. It's still, we have to understand. It's nothing wrong with sex. There's nothing wrong with sex. There's nothing wrong with orgasm. There's nothing wrong with happiness. There's nothing wrong with none of that. Sometimes you have to cross the boundaries, but you should know when to pull out. You dig?
Well, I was more so referring to the question that we're like not me, but like women are masturbation.
You said we.
Well, that our women can be masturbation experts just because they're independent. That's where I was like,
I
no.
think more women need to have more sex. This is the problem. You got more women that know how to twist their fingers around down there, go down on another bitch go down on her, rather than deal with a man, a little baby issues, and fuck him organically. And make him come in your mouth.
Whoa,
that's protein. Yeah, that's protein. Like, that's why a lot of us black women are losing. Because the Spanish women, they swallowing. They man is right there working 12 hours shift.
Yep.
So, Joelle is just taking in the full experience of Miss Lip. She's taking it in. She just
I just didn't see it coming. I appreciate it though.
You're gonna have to swallow.
Look, I'm not. I'm all here. I'm all here for it. There you go.
I'm all here for it.
There you go. I am not denying it. I agree.
I got my hand up. I think women should have more sex.
I agree.
I think women need to challenge these men. If you got everything, you got a nice car, nice house, your kids is older, you should travel and fuck. Women don't even know what the fuck they want. They don't know if they want an island man, a regular black man. You know how many different type of black men we have?
Yeah. I agree.
Like, do you know you probably ain't even met your soulmate yet? You could be in your 30s. You haven't even reached your potential yet. We still in the learning phase. Ain't that right, Zoe?
Yes.
We still learning. We learn to experience.
Miss Lips, I appreciate you, baby girl. Thank you for calling in. It's always a stone cold groove when you call in.
It's Friday, boo.
No doubt. Oh my God, it's going down. Miss Lips don't be bullshitting at all.
Man, I know now.
You know now, right?
Mm-hmm. I like it.
True or false? A woman who is so lost within herself that she doesn't know who she is can also come off too strong. Like a compensation thing.
Yeah, that's true.
You think you're a big dog, but you're really a chihuahua,
right.
And you're just all bark.
Right.
Because you're trying to compensate. Women do that shit too, right?
All the time.
Talk about your experience with the people you don't know. Okay.
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
The people I don't know.
She's going to say she doesn't know any of them.
I mean, I'm not going to say that. But I think that women, like I said earlier, it was like kind of a defense mechanism. It's like they don't want to ever seem weak because it's like we're already have a stigma against us or a certain perception. So they're scared. They don't want to say like, oh, I haven't figured it out yet, because they're like, they don't want to prove anybody right in a sense. But then it's like, now you're just doing too much and now you don't even make sense. So like it's okay to just admit like, you know, I haven't figured it out. Because people are going to think something about a woman at the end of the day regardless. Like someone's going to have their opinion whether it's correct or not. So don't play yourself and just stay true to yourself and figure it out and get your shit together. And then when you talk in that talk, it's going to be correct.
You know what's crazy?
You agree?
No.
We never agree.
The jury is in. Hustle just called in. He said, your guest is in there representing for 90% of the confused women in America. Let's study this specimen for the greater good.
I think, first of all, I don't know where most of your listeners are from.
All over the world.
All over the world. Okay, whatever. But
I guess everybody can't be wrong.
Listen, I think that there's a voice for the people like me and that understand me. They're just not here.
Who are you speaking for right now?
I'm speaking for the women that grew up with, let's be clear, my mom is a civil engineer. My dad's an architect. Full rides to both schools, Howard University and George Washington University. I came from a great background, but so I got my shit together, I'm getting it all the way together. But I've also come from a family where it's divorce and things like that, and they've been remarried and they're happily ever after. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a bounce back thing. Shit happens in life. You bounce back, but you get your shit together and you don't let a relationship mess up your actual career path. And that's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm really getting at. And
that's a very heavy angle to take.
That's just kind of.
And I think it's a sound angle for someone surviving. But for someone living, it's counterintuitive.
No.
Living versus surviving.
I think I'm living for sure.
Listen, okay,
what do you
first
think
off,
how am I not living?
The way you framed it, you might not be looking at it from this perspective. So let me elucidate the perspective. Don't let a relationship, and I know the angle you're coming from, and it's a valid angle, but let's present another angle.
Okay.
All right. To be human is to be in a relationship. It's all relating. It's all relationship.
Right.
What I find is people are so locked into that thought process, that one angle of it, that they don't really dig deep into any relationships. And they all become
just
something that could be thrown away. Yeah. They all become scratch paper. Oh, I was sketching this and didn't work.
Right.
And not really understanding, you're throwing away the same lesson, the same experience, because you keep preempting it when it gives you something that you thought you didn't want, or you thought that you wanted but really didn't once you got it, or didn't feel the way you thought it was supposed to feel, or felt bad. I keep telling people, just because it feels bad doesn't necessarily mean it is bad for you.
Well, what about if the results of those relationships were because of cheating? The end of them.
Oh my God. Okay. So here we go. Do
you throw that away?
No. There's so much information in the cheating. So we have this concept. I mean, it's not old. I mean, it's not young. It's an old ass concept. Everybody has said it in some shape or form. As above, so below. Right? So below, as above, all of that. Right? Relationship is a mirror. You say, well, I've been faithful. I've never cheated on anybody in my life.
Right.
Why did I get the cheater? Well, how do you cheat on yourself? If you have low self-esteem, you're cheating on yourself. If you have unresolved insecurities, unresolved issues internally, character flaws that are there to challenge you to overcome them, and you haven't done anything about it, those magnetize the cheater too.
Yeah.
And when you say this to people, but yeah, I didn't deserve that. So if you're getting a certain kind of relationship, could you say, could we rationalize that maybe the relationship you got was really vibrationally and intellectually and emotionally at the level you are currently?
I can agree to that. But I agree. But what do you do, though? Do you, like, because I feel like a lot of times women or men or whoever is the cheater or whatever the case may be is, it's hard. You don't realize that until you're out of it and you just have a clear mind, and it's not, because it's hard to tell someone. I have a friend that's going through things as far as like a domestic relationship, and she knows she deserves better, but she can't leave. And it's like, until she gets out, she won't realize she's better.
Oh, so go
like
deeper.
She deserves better.
Go deeper.
Like
she's in a domestic situation.
Right.
Say more. I've been in those. Yeah,
she deals with someone who, as soon as she wants to go out, he's attacking her. He's put his hands on her, and things like that. She's missed out on weeks and weeks and weeks of work before, and she knows. We have conversations that, she's like, I don't deserve this. I'm really not doing anything wrong. I just want to have fun. Like, I try to get him to go out with me, but it doesn't.
How old is she?
She's 24.
Young one.
Yeah, she's young. So, the problem is that she's like still caught up in that cloud that she knows she deserves better, but for some reason she won't just get out and get better. She still feels stuck. She feels still obligated. She's still like in it, hoping for a change. So it's kind of like, that's when I say, like, relationships, like, you break apart, it's still okay. But the fact that she's missing work because of this situation, that's where I was coming in on the whole, like, stuff happens in relationships. It's okay to walk away, but still stay focused and, like,
absolutely,
and try to find better.
Right.
Like, it's not a thing. Like, my mom was cheated on by my dad. So that's why she left. She was like, and I was like, I asked my mom, I said, why didn't you try to stay? She was like, I did. He did it again. Like, what do you want me to do? Like,
right.
I get this
point. And I agree with you 100%. If you're in danger,
you're right.
If your life is in danger, right?
Right.
You got to get out of there.
For sure.
But, like, this is the unreported information. There's a lot of unreported information.
Right. Well,
right. There's a book out called Intimate Relationships by Benjamin Carney. It's a UCLA textbook for his particular class. He's a relationship scientist who actually studies, relationship. He did some research on 50 newlywed couples. Right. And he studied and followed them and watched them. And all of those couples have experienced fucking violence in some form or another. And what he recognized was violence is no indicator of a relationship ending. So it doesn't break up relationships.
No, it doesn't.
Right? But he also recognized that there are tiers and levels to the violence. Violence is inherent in the human condition. A lot of bad bitches are born out of violent relationships. That's how they get cold-hearted. That's how they get mean and then they become controlling. But violence in relationships has been demonized because of the social norm. The social norm is men, for whatever reason, should never, ever, 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 ever hit a woman.
Right. You agree?
Here's the double standard.
Right. Because the women can put their
Women put hands on men.
That's when I don't think it's okay.
But then it comes back and, well, women are not as strong as men.
Right. I'm not hitting a man that can hit harder than me.
What has happened is it's created a lack of accountability on the female side of it, where, did you see that Violence is Violence campaign, Nick? You just don't be paying attention to shit. It's cool. I understand. But there's a campaign out there called Violence is Violence. They did an experiment. They were in the park. The man was going ham on this lady, cussing her out, yelling in her face, and the whole park became alert and was looking at him. Men started to approach him. Women started to approach him like, hey, man, what are you doing?
Right.
You see? They came back to the same park the next day, And then it was her turn. The park became alert again, but they're laughing at the guy for getting sunned by the girl. So we have a double standard for violence. When you start doing the research, the CTS, the Conflict Tactics Survey, it's not a perfect survey because it doesn't account for impact. When a man hits a woman, he breaks her, usually, right? But when we look at the stats, the most violent motherfucker in relationships are women.
Right.
So,
I can agree with that.
So you see what I'm saying? Like, watch this. When you're dealing with human beings, don't you normally think to yourself, in conflict, everybody has their limits. Have you ever just sat back and watched people going through some shit and you thought to yourself, you're pushing them? or you're pushing her. Mm-hmm. Okay, you better lay off. You better back off because it's about to go to the next level.
Right.
So women are very objective in that sense. When they're on the outside of the relationship looking in, they could be like, hey, whoa, you're going too far. You're pushing this button. You're just taking them there. And then if you ask the question, it stands to reason most people have limits, right?
Yeah.
Women don't think that for their men. When you're with a woman, it's you should never, ever, ever, under any circumstance, lose your cool with me.
Right.
Then another layer to that is, oh, I love it when you're aggressive with other motherfuckers.
Right.
The way you step to that motherfucker, whoa, hey!
Yeah, that's true.
That lion live with you.
No.
Like, what the?
You forgot.
You think you can slap the lion at the crib. And I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's part of the human condition.
Right.
And because we will layer ideas over that condition, that doesn't change the fact that people are human beings.
Right, 100%.
Ask yourself about boss bitches pushing buttons.
Yeah, they can.
How about it?
They can for sure.
I know they can, but you know people who have done it.
I do.
So tell me a little bit about it and we get to this next caller. You be playing.
No, I mean...
Out them motherfuckers.
I will. Like, it's an issue. And I'm just like, you know, you have to calm down. You have to remember, like, you know, you're still dealing with... It's still not okay to be that way. And they be like, I don't care. And it's like, you should care. Like, you don't get a pass. Like, you don't think that there's repercussions for the way you treat, like, you coming off right now.
You do know women feel like, I can get around any aspect of the system because I'm a woman.
Right. And I can use this to my advantage or whatever. Like, oh, well, I'm a female, so you still not to, like... It's so crazy when it's like how you said that situation where women will put their hands on a guy and expect not to get hit back. It's like, it's still stupid. Like, at the end of the day, they're still a person. People have reflexes. And if you do something, and just in general, whether it's arguing, screaming at the top of your lungs, or actually pushing them or whatever, you got to expect for some type of, you know, reaction. And it might be the reaction that you want. Everyone can't walk away when they're pushed to their limit.
Let me ask you. What have you done in a relationship that you had a second thought over, like, oh, shit.
Maybe I shouldn't have done this.
Maybe I shouldn't have. Whoa.
Just...
Because you Pisces. I know you didn't went there, goddammit.
Well, I could tell you when I was about to do something. Well, because, like, I'm just being honest.
Did you do something or not?
No comment. But...
See what I mean?
Okay, I've, like, yelled and did crazy things like that for sure, especially when he's in the presence of family. So I regret that.
You cussed him out in front of his family?
Yeah, because he was cheating, like, and telling the family that I was crazy. And I was like, I'm not crazy. He just cheated on me, da-da-da-da.
Hold on, let's stop.
You know, don't say that.
How many?
If you're going to tell the whole story, say it right.
How many times have you been called crazy?
By 2 different people.
Okay, cool. We've got a confirmation. Caller, you're on the air. What's your name and where you calling from?
Whatever.
The Voice of Reason is live. Speak on it.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, this is Mia from Atlanta.
ATL in the building. What up, shouty?
How you doing, brother?
You know we in here talking that talk right now.
And it's a good talk, and I think it's very necessary. I'm one of the few females that will call other women into account for what they do. Mm-hmm. And I get drugged badly.
Why? Why do you think women drag the truth tellers of your clan?
The reason is because we want equality, but only the benefits of it.
Ooh.
Yep.
We don't want the accountability of it. Wow. If we have to be accountable in the way that men are, that's a problem. But as long as we can get the benefits of what we think is good about being a man, that's thumbs up to that. But when we have to be accountable in the ways that we demand men to be, about holding in being in control of your emotions, being in control of your anger, having accountability for your actions. We're not trying to hear that because as women, because we believe we go through so much as if men don't, but we believe that because we go through so much, we should be excused. Our behavior is excused. We don't have to tell them, like in the introduction of your show, with the Jack Nicholson quote, right?
Reason and accountability.
Reason and accountability.
Whoop.
If we're not reasonable creatures, if you can't reason with us, that's a problem. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a crazy bitch. You can't even reason with her. She's not trying to hear any type of reason. She just wants to be able to act.
Right.
I need to know the numbers.
You a man, you should be able to take it.
You're a bitch ass nigga if you can't take it. Let's just go there.
If you can't take it, you're not a real man.
Wow.
Really? What does it make you as a woman for you to sit there and come off of the throne of the queens that we claim we are to be peasants and put your hands on a man because he doesn't do what you want him to do?
And you know you got the backing of the very system that's trying to get him, they're trying to get him in that system. You already know you got that backing, so it's like there's no checks and balances in here.
None.
Wow. This is heavy. Wow.
None. And I'll say this and then I'll
No. This is your show tonight, goddammit.
Because this is such an issue for me. This is why I don't support feminism. Black feminism, I don't give a damn. Because where are you females when it comes to true? Look, if you want equality, then that has to be across the board. But if you don't, just come out and admit you want to be treated better. You don't want equality. You want to be treated better.
Right, that's all.
Admit that, and we can move forward.
Wow.
Stop bullshitting. Stop it.
Wow.
I like it.
Shit.
Either we gonna do this or we not.
Do you speak in tongues?
I could.
I'm gonna need you to speak in tongues real quick because you just preached to us. You just ministered to us. Put it in tongues so the Spirit can verify your statements tonight. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for bringing the A into the building. Man, by far the most accountable female I've ever heard. And I thought the one that's sitting next to me
would disagree?
No, would possibly be
like that
accountable in that way.
I said that. I said
no,
women.
You didn't say that. Sorry.
Well,
Don't take credit for what this lady just said.
Well, I was getting at it. It just said in a different way.
You just indirectly is not saying it. What the fuck? This is some bullshit right now.
I kind of said the same thing, kind of. Whatever.
Are women getting out of control because y'all got a lot of power?
Yeah, I mean they can. They are capable of it. See, I don't like to say all women though because
we're not saying all women.
Well, you said women, so I said they can.
Okay, let me. Okay, she's new. She's new.
Fine, I'm new, whatever.
So I didn't set her up. She came actually classic Pisces style after the fucking show started. So, okay, I didn't have time to prep her because I was on the air. Okay, so let me prep her now, seeing she's trying to call me out here. On our show, we have a word. Sambanal.
Okay.
It's made up.
Yeah, clearly.
It's from an author by the name of Robert Anton Wilson. He wrote a book called Quantum Psychology. Sambanal. Some, but not all.
Right.
All of our conversations.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
We preface that.
Okay.
These are generalities. There are no absolutes.
All right. Just making it clear.
Okay. Shit. But you would have got that.
If you prep me.
I mean, I'm on the air. They knocking on the window. Hey, go. Oh, hey, yeah, bring her in. Yeah.
I didn't know where the room was.
She's still going to be on the show? Okay, cool.
I went upstairs.
Yeah, bring. With all these lights and shit, you can't see directly in here?
It was
okay, cool.
people right here blocking it when I first walked in.
We're fine.
I don't get no breaks.
She's bossy.
I'm not. I just want the benefit of the doubt. That's all.
Wrong.
Fine.
Shit. Wrong. Fucking she-males. You guys are running rampant. You telling people what to do. You bossing people at work. You bossing people around in your relationships.
Well, I'm a manager, so I can do that.
You bossing the kids around. Are women just...
They like to be in control.
Are they really just fluffing up because they ain't never had this level of control? And they really a little intoxicated, a little drunk on the control. Speak to it.
Yeah, they are. You know, there's times where they're just like, it just goes way too far. And then now I've just come across these type of women a lot, and it's irritating because it does make it hard for any woman in power to be respected off the bat, because they're like, oh, it's a woman. Uh-oh. She probably got an attitude. She probably do the most. You know, it's already like that because there's women out here that are just crazy. They're just bitches off the rip. Like, and they're even worse to other women. I've come across bosses that are bitchier to other women than they are to the men.
Well, you got people who want to be divas.
Yeah.
Because of, hey, Nick, get that line. You got divas and people who aspire to be that.
Right.
Like on some asshole shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we got callers calling in. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it.
Uh-oh.
Boost Mobile in the building. So my Twitter, everything is crazy.
They coming for me. I don't want to hear it.
They're not really coming for you.
Okay, cool.
Okay? They're not really coming for you. They love you.
Good.
I think they like you a little bit.
They should. I'm likable. I think I'm just misunderstood. You don't kind of have my back. So you're biased. Like, this whole thing is biased.
First off, you knew. I can't just be having your back off rip. I don't even know you.
But that's why they're like, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? That's my homie.
This is an audition. I don't even know how this thing gone in. True or false, independent women get so wrapped up in being independent, right? And being independent women, being about her business. Mm-hmm. You're not easily impressed. And thus, it's difficult for you to give respect.
That's true. True.
Fucking assholes. Caller, you're on the line.
Hello?
Yeah, caller, you're on the line.
Oh, cool. Hey. What's going on, man? It's Jack from Honolulu.
Honolulu. Aloha.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, shout out to Joel. You know, I'm a fellow Pisces. But
there you go.
I have a question.
Oh, this fucking army.
This is... I don't want to be, stepping on any toes or anything, but I'm just dealing with a lot of, like, black women in general. I do have a question. Do you think that, like, a lot of black women I've talked to have had something happen to them dramatically in their life, whether it's from a father, a relative, whatever. So do you think that what the topic is today, do you think that is a compensation for them feeling so powerless from what they've actually been through?
100.
Is it a what?
Yes. I agree, because black women have been through and still are going through hell. And he's saying it's a compensation.
Oh, okay.
Being a boss bitch.
Right. Absolutely.
Is like a midlife crisis.
It is for sure.
For a man who goes out and buys a motherfucking car.
Right. That they don't.
That they can't afford. Right. And it's, for inadequacy of himself.
Right.
So again, being a boss bitch is like, now look at me.
Right.
Motherfuckers.
Exactly. It's super.
So I agree with that.
Yeah,
that was great.
100%.
I agree with that.
And it's a lot of women, black women, sometimes have a lot of pride too. And it's just all this facade. Just like the other caller said, like they'll automatically be like, oh, I have my master's. And it's like, no one asked you, But it's already, because it's
Nobody asked you.
Yeah. But it's like, you have to just come off like, they feel like that's the only way to get their respect off the rip, And that's where all that comes from. It's just from they've been through a lot. And someone asked me, like, not even too long ago, they were like, who hurt you?
You've been hurt before.
Yeah, and it's like the fact that he could even just tell off of the conversation. It was like, wow, that's, you can just see right through it. So I definitely think it's a compensation for that for sure.
Hey, man, let me just say, man, thank you for bringing the island of Hawaii into the conversation with a wonderful perspective. Really appreciate your comments, man. Call us anytime. Welcome back to the Voice of Reason. Listen, if you want to bring your city into the building, call us right now, 323-230-4610. Damn, that was big.
I like that.
That was big.
Mm-hmm. It also reminded me of when those women that have been cheated on by a man, they'll be like, I know women that try to just go with females. And I'm like, why are you really dating a girl right now?
That's just like this lady who tried to be a Christian because she found out she tried to be an atheist because she found out all this fucked up shit about Christianity. And it's like, wait a minute, you're still a Christian. You're just doing a knee-jerk reaction. You're not really an atheist.
Right,
this is just some other shit to believe in.
Right, exactly. Because you mad.
But this is what fucks me up about boss bitches. How you gonna believe in monogamy?
Wait.
Watch this.
Okay, keep going.
I got something set up now. In business, you're trained to be a mercenary. That's business. Mm-hmm. Somebody else's loss is your opportunity.
Right.
You can get wealthy off of the poor. So it's a cutthroat fucking game. Mm-hmm. Not really too different from modern day relationships and the interactions that go on with that. So watch. If you talk to most women, what's their definition of most men?
They're dogs?
Exactly.
They are.
So if you already know that,
right, what do you expect?
Why the fuck you got an expectation that it ain't gonna be that way?
Right.
And why don't you just get down with the program and fuck who you want to?
Because the man ain't gonna go for that.
You make it seem like y'all come into the relationship telling people how many people you fucked.
What that got to do with anything?
What I'm saying is, with a man, it's kind of known
that
we
they
out
are
there.
Hoes.
We just, hey, ha-ha!
Right.
We out there with it.
Right.
Every woman you talk to is the most discreet, the most secretive. You don't know her numbers. You don't know what's happening.
Because the man will judge. Because they're expected to have a low number.
So why can't you just walk in and say, this is what it is, and this is what I'm gonna do, and you can get down with the get down, or you can bounce.
Because are you talking about relationships or just dating?
I'm talking about interfacing. Same shit.
They can. They'll look at them crazy like, oh, she a hoe. And then they'll be hesitant to move forward because of
how you gonna be a dog out here in the business world and be afraid of being called a hoe?
I don't know.
I know my auntie used to say, but I'm a good hoe. Motherfucker. Don't be afraid of it.
I'm not telling them to be afraid, but I'm saying that's the reason why, is because a guy may not even want to go any further if they knew the truth.
My point is, you not really boss then.
If you afraid?
If you afraid. You not really boss then if you worried about what the fuck I think about you.
That's true.
Uh-oh. Cognitive dissonance working.
There you go. Yeah, you're right. You got me. I mean,
You ain't no goddamn boss.
Look, I don't care.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. Because it's not a crazy number. So, like, I'm good. I'm good money.
Oh, so you
regardless.
You fit right into.
I mean, but even if I did, I know I have a friend that that has been around the block, and she's not ashamed to say it, but she has a man now, and it's about, like I said before, that insecurity. If you're not insecure about it, with yourself, then you good.
It's rare. I'm gonna say this again. It's rare. I don't give a fuck if a woman had. I'm not gonna put it out there. But no, a woman called here and said she had 75.
Oh my gosh.
She got a man right now.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
How many women? Hey, this is call to action, ladies. If you're calling right now, if you're over 50 dicks in, please call us.
Over 50 dicks.
Don't be afraid. Own your number. We did a show. We did the show here. Own your number. All of the women on here told their number.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one girl was scared and I'm not gonna say, but then she heard other numbers and was like,
"Oh,
hey,
ain't that bad.
My number's cool. 19.
Oh, that's not that bad."
Call us, ladies. If you boss like that.
Like, it depends how old she is and how long she's been sexually active. It really adds up. It makes sense.
But see, that's what I'm saying. This is what I mean. Like, you can't be a boss in the world and then try to live under these damsel kind of
standards.
Your social constructs. Like, you know, you want the man to be a provider and make more than you. First off, especially when it comes to black men, that's an unrealistic expectation.
Okay, let me say this, though. I have something to say to that. The reason why that provider is important for a boss is because no one...
Because you're greedy.
No,
You're doing well and you want more.
No, don't act like there are not men out here that take advantage of women.
Say more about that. Go deeper.
Because there are men that will be like... So for me, I'm a provider. I think women are not like by nature are like nurturers, and they like to provide and they like to take care of people. But men can get way too comfortable and take advantage of that. If you've gone through things and like say, for instance, you got laid off and like I still have my job, so now at this point I have to like bring home most of the money. Don't sit there and not get a job because I'm making 6 figures. You still need there's still a lifestyle I want to live, and it requires both of us to contribute. There, especially when there's kids involved. Like, don't put all that extra pressure on that woman to handle everything because she got her shit together. No, you can. I want to be bosses together. It's more so like that. Like I work so hard to be a boss because it's hard for women to be bosses. I expect you to be like that, if not better, because I like to be inspired by my person that I'm with. I want to be like encouraged. I don't want to come home like, oh God, I buy his clothes too and mine. Goddamn, it's Christmas every day.
I need my shit cuffed. Don't come in here without no pants cuffed. You understand? You underdig?
Yeah, like I have been taken advantage of by men before. So coming from that,
and that's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
That's
and
bullshit.
It's not fair. And I don't require a lot from a man as far as like women are like, oh, we're going here. Like, no, you need to take me to Barton G. Like, it's not, I'm not the type of person.
But what about men? What about a woman? Because everybody's trying to level up and be on equal level or have somebody a little above them or whatever.
As long as you're heading for that.
What if you 85, 90,000, 100,000, 125, 130 a year?
Right.
And he's 45.
Okay, it would not matter if he's doing something that he wants to do.
If he's 45, we're in LA.
Well,
motherfuckers would be like, if you don't get your broke ass out of here, 45.
I mean, I agree, but it's like...
Oh, you agree with that?
I agree that they'll say that. But here's my thing.
That's what you believe.
If I'm a real estate agent and you're a barber, I'm like, yo, try to own your own barbershop.
Wait, hold on. Barbers make bread.
They do, but I'm just saying.
And probably more consistent than real estate.
No, I agree.
And I'll tell you why. With the real estate, that industry can dry up.
Right.
It's dependent on you being consistent, selling, getting leads. Right. And if you not really killing it in the real estate game, you could have some hella droughts of brokenness yourself. But there's niggas coming in getting that haircut every 2 weeks.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, he paying that booth rent.
Absolutely.
And he ain't paying no taxes because he got cash.
Well, okay, not real estate, like an architect, like I said, or something.
An architect can be with a barber?
Oh, I'm not saying that. I just said that's okay.
But do you see how you guys overshoot? Like, first off, love does not work on the same parameters
I agree.
as business. And women come in here with the business for everything.
Listen, you missed my point.
What was your point?
My point was you can do that.
I
would not mind me making 100,000 and you making 50 if you're still doing what you want to do, and that happen. If you're just an artist, and
Are you gonna say your point again? I did catch that.
Well, because you was like, "What's wrong?" and
Yeah, I caught that.
But why'd you do that then?
Because I was moving on.
Okay, fine.
Okay, just wow. And you accused me of missing something. Okay, cool. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where are you calling from? Speak on it.
It's Nikia from Baltimore.
Nikia, what up, baby boo?
What's going on?
Can I tell you I appreciate you for calling in Monday? That was some powerful shit.
Oh, I'm glad my call helped the show. I'm glad.
All right. Talk to me. You been listening to what we talking about today?
I'm listening. I came in on a middle because I'm actually at work. I'm not even supposed to be on the phone. But I just wanted to make a comment in reference to the conversation you guys were just having as far as well, there was 2 comments. One was towards the independent woman and how people view a woman, say, for instance, in the world as far as her being assertive. I think there's sometimes people have to take a step back because people are so used to looking at us in docile type roles that seeing an assertive woman is intimidating to a certain extent. And it always has to have that bitch label attached to it. But if a man walks in front of you with that same assertion and that same attitude, he's looked at in a position of power. But when it comes from a woman, it's always looked at as if you have to justify why I'm in this position. And I think that's the way sometimes it is. I'm not saying that there are not some females out there that are over the top, but there's some men out there that are over the top. But see, he's not second guessed.
No, you're right.
When he takes it that far.
It's a man's world.
Right. You know, and as a woman, and especially as a black woman, I can say when, especially for me, you know, there is this line that you have to walk in order to be respected, but not looked at in that manner, especially by other women.
Wow.
Because by nature we're catty.
Wow.
And that's something that we just have to accept. So us forming those levels, because I work in a female-dominated field, so I can tell you that it's always some pull and tug and some fighting, and you know there's a balance that has to be had. But I think it's just sometimes the mentality of what a woman is, or what the attitude used to be, or where a woman was used to being placed in society. It's very hard for people to understand that being assertive is not always being a bitch.
And I could smoke a bag of that all day in America, even though I don't smoke. So let me present this to you. Is there a difference between assertive and aggression and aggressive?
Yes.
I think assertive is positive.
Right.
Assertive
That's
is
right.
clear. It's, I want you to know exactly where I'm coming from. I mean no disrespect. This is how I'm presenting myself. Aggressive, on the other hand, is disrespectful, inconsiderate, rude. Now, by breaking all of that down, ask yourself a question. How many assertive bad bitch independent women you know versus how many aggressive bad bitch independent women you know?
You know what? I can tell you this, and I probably will catch some slack, but I can say that most of the women I know who are in their field and are comfortable in their field and comfortable in their positions are typically assertive women. Aggression, to me, is typically when somebody feels as though they have something to prove.
Dope.
So their behavior is over exaggerated to compensate for things that they feel as though they have to approve.
Okay.
So if you come to a woman who's very confident in her position, who knows that she put in the work, she knows what she's doing, typically you're going to come in front of assertion.
I can fuck with that, but it was just another definition of what I just said. I asked you how many. How many of the bullshit aggressive ones do you know, and do they outnumber the assertive positive ones?
I don't think so.
Yeah, but a lot of the aggressive ones, I can say, I don't know if they have the validation to be as boisterous and aggressive as they are. So I do know them, but I wouldn't always put them in the same level as the assertive women that I know. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I smoke all of that. Well, thank you so much, Nakia. You always coming in dropping that hot monkey lava. It's much appreciated.
Oh, and then the other thing was the independent thing outside of the home and inside of the home. I think that's the part that we need to work on in our relationships, because I think that when we come home, our roles change and our interaction with each other should change. You know, when we come home as women, you know, now that we are out in the world and our husbands are out in the world, when we come home, we should check her at the door.
There it is.
You see what I'm saying?
There it is.
Check her at the door. And if you do want a man to be a provider to run your home, then you have to check her at the door and allow him to be what you need him to be at home. You can't bring her home and then have that
Nakia.
for head of household.
Nakia and Joel, before I let you go, Nakia, true or false? Devaluing or belittling a man doesn't make you an independent woman, especially if you rely on the government.
True.
This is one of our Twitter followers. Jonathan Johnson just tweeted this.
True.
Okay. That is true in so many ways. The first part, belittling a man doesn't make you independent, regardless.
Don't make you strong either.
There's no need to even do that.
That's not a sign of strength. That's a sign of weakness. And then on the flip side, if you are not, a lot of times we take power where we're not ready for it. You know, we haven't prepared ourselves to actually have that power. If you're dependent on somebody else, you cannot claim independence.
Right.
Wow. I can smoke all of that. Thank you so much for the call. We really appreciate you. Call us anytime. We'll be back Friday with another one. This is all good. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? The Voice of Reason is live. Speak on it. Caller.
Hi, this is... Hello?
Hey, how are you?
This is Erica from Dallas.
Erica from Dallas. You know we in here talking that real game right now. Tell us about what's going on with you.
Okay, first I want to say that I don't mind if a man is making $45 a year and I'm making $90 or $100 or whatever, as long as he's not insecure about it and like have a problem that I make more than him. Because I feel like if it's all going into the household, then what does it matter who makes more?
Right.
But also, too, like, you can't expect me to bring home the bacon and cook it and you just chilling either.
Hey, hold on. Don't forget your womanly duties, okay?
Whoa.
Like, okay, so where did your womanly duties come in at?
Right. Like, you still
Hey,
gotta...
I'm bringing in 45. We're good.
No.
Now, I need you to get in there, and I like my bacon crispy, goddammit. And when you get in there, I want you to have on them little boy shorts I bought you with my 45K, and you get in there, and you better be barefooted, and that's how it's got to go down.
But did you bathe the kids and put them to bed?
That's not what I do.
Or I got to do that too.
That's some woman shit. That's not what I do.
Listen, we're going to have a problem.
Okay, it don't work that way.
Right, and you need to make more.
I instruct the kids. First off, you know how women always throw this? I'm mama, I do everything, I'm this and that. I'm going to tell you right now, women they'll put a number on it too. Like, you know, I deserve all of this money because I'm the one that, you know, all the shit y'all say y'all do.
We do a lot.
Take a man out of the household where his kids live with their mother, and it's like losing LeBron James on the fucking Cleveland Cavaliers. Y'all ain't gonna win no games. Listen,
we gonna still keep it moving.
Right.
And see, y'all think keeping it moving is keeping it moving in the right direction. Let me tell you.
What?
When a man is in the building, the way those kids grow changes exponentially. Listen, this is not to marginalize what women do, but what I'm saying is a lot of times the man's influence and presence is marginalized in favor of mama.
That's assuming that the man has that much influence.
Yeah, that's
What?
so assuming that the man has
Like
that
there's
much
so
influence.
many women that are still with their baby's father or
We've
husband
already
or whatever.
assumed that the woman has the influence. We preface that.
But you're saying why would it be such of a effect on the household when it's like
why would it be an effect?
like at all?
would.
How? If that's assuming that the man did something to influence the kids getting
watch
raised.
this. Just the
man
presence
come
of a
home-
man creates boundaries for a daughter. Just the presence.
No.
Yes.
So
No, it
what
doesn't.
about a
That's not
son?
true.
I don't agree with. I
don't agree
agree
with
with that.
100%.
I know you
agree
don't.
with that.
Let's just ask the pertinent question then. Your relationships with your fathers, ladies?
I have a great relationship with my father, but he didn't live in my household.
I didn't meet my father until I was 27, so
Wow.
he's no longer with us.
Maybe I should have brought my daughter in this motherfucker who's had me in her life. She's 17
But
now.
you're very participatory.
Yeah, that's what-
different than somebody
exactly.
just
But what
being
I'm
there.
saying is,
Exactly.
what I'm saying is a man in the home, it does something to a boy, sons, and it does something to daughters.
But you're saying in the home as they are participant in the home, not just like living there. Because there's men that
watch
are
this.
living there, but they don't
So
talk
watch
to their
this.
kids.
I'm going to break this all the way down. The guy you're describing
Is not who you're talking about.
in sociology, exactly, not who I'm talking about.
Okay, perfect.
In sociology is called
A deadbeat.
the silent provider.
Right.
What he does is he'll bring on his little money, he'll pay for his little shit, but he doesn't have an emotional connection to the kids.
Right.
He makes sure they got backpacks, he makes sure they got shoes, he makes sure they got clothes, but really, he's just an ATM machine.
Right.
He's paying his way at the crib. He's not functioning and participating and mentoring. I'm talking about good daddies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about participatory daddies.
Okay.
I don't know what that looks like. So.
I know.
Yeah.
I heard through the conversation.
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
I heard that through the conversation. That's why I asked the question. What is your relationship?
We just got divorced 6 months ago, and we were together for 7 years, and it's really no difference. And I have a 6-year-old at home. There's no difference from his dad living with us and not living with us.
I'm going to tell you
No
right
difference.
now.
There is.
There is a difference.
You just don't know.
And
yet.
you going to see. You going to see. Daddies.
Well, not when the
listen,
person always says, well, go to your mom, go to your mom. If you're always going to your mom, what do you need to be there
but
for?
even in that, there is the DNA of who the man is in the father. The child is observing that. And even that is a point of, that's a teachable moment for the kid, even if the lesson comes later.
Right.
Like, y'all, listen, there is too often the impact of the man is marginalized. You guys think being a man is about doing. No, being a man is about being. And whatever kind of man you got is a reflection of you. And whatever child y'all produce is a reflection of two.
Right.
And that and when you take him out of the equation, you've imbalanced the child, regardless of what kind of dude he was. Now, if you bring somebody in of a higher vibration, you bring somebody, and how you gonna bring somebody in of a higher vibration unless you raise your own? That's another show.
Oh, God.
But if you bring somebody in, they have to be able to supplement what is gone, and it has to be of higher quality. Too many women, and to me, this is a symptom of bad bitchism, of Miss Independentism. Y'all think y'all can make it without it. That's an imbalance.
Can I tell you this, though?
Speak on it.
Tell you this. I will agree because I do have an older son, and thank you for talking to him. And I realized that we were cool all the way till he became an adult. And
Exactly.
then I realized you need some man stuff that I just don't know about.
How about it?
So,
That's true.
Listen.
so I agree. So
How
I
about
do
it?
agree that that men do have a purpose, and I am seeing that with my older son.
You
So
gonna see it
I'm
with the
not
young
trying
one
to
too.
marginalize it.
You go listen. My oldest son is 20. His mother will call me and be like, "Did you talk to New?" "Yeah, I talked to him today." "Damn it, he hasn't returned my calls." Not because he doesn't love her.
Right.
He's just in another space that doesn't necessarily require her.
Mm-hmm. Or
It's-
whatever she about to say.
You understand what I'm saying? It's let me holler at my dad on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her this when the nigga was 10. I said, now check it. You're going to have to stop calling him New.
Right.
Because in a minute, he about to be brand new. He about to be some nigga you don't even recognize no more. He's about to shift. One thing she did was say, okay, if he going to shift and he not my New no more, he going to be on you primarily. And she got out the way and allowed me to steward and mentor the dude. I went from authoritative dad to counselor to mentor because he was shifting into puberty. And a lot of times, boys hit that 12, 13, he's somebody else.
Yeah.
The voice changed, the nuts dropped, he's somebody else. And he needs dad. And part of Miss Independent is my child, my baby. We can do this without him. And I'm saying wrong. And watch this. You think you get LeBron James without an absentee daddy?
I don't like LeBron.
No.
You don't listen. You don't get LeBron without in the back of his mind, fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to show him.
I'm going to show him. This was about him.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all better stop marginalizing masculine energy because you think you're a she-male.
But I don't want to be a she-male. I don't want to be Miss Independent. Like, I don't. I want you to play your part, and I play my part.
I
and
agree
it's cool.
100% with her. I don't want
I know you agree.
It's like, it's frustrating. It's like you have to.
It's very frustrating. Like, you have to. And then
It's
men
like
are
no
like, oh,
choice.
you're so dominating.
Right.
No, I'm just not going to starve waiting on you.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
for real?
Thank you.
Moving on, huh? We just gonna move on. Okay.
You know?
You gonna move on in a circle.
Until you find another man. Right.
Oh,
you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wait on until I find a man to get where I want to be. Until I find one, I'm still going to try to go there and get to where I need to be.
Why you pointing out? You should be pointing in.
Go there, up top, like to the sky of success. That's what I mean.
Okay. Sky Daddy. Okay. Baby girl, thank you so much for calling in. I so appreciate you. Thank you.
He's a hater. That's all.
I'm a hater. I'm sending love.
Man.
Look, ZoWilliams dropping bombs. Take over. You know I got to do it. It said take cover. Listen, y'all tripping.
Oh.
Independence has got y'all drunk.
Yeah.
And what about the double standard of independence? You motherfuckers ain't talking shit to your bosses.
We are the boss.
No. There are a lot of you motherfuckers paralegaling,
Okay.
working for somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's bad to be a paralegal. It's good. A lot of you motherfuckers have a boss.
Right.
But because you got a high car note and you live in a nice condo in a nice part of town and you can pay your bills consistently, you mislabel yourself as
Right.
boss.
Right.
I know a billionaire boss lady. I said billion.
Right.
Yeah. I know her personally. That is a boss.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, there's no one she answers to.
Right.
Well, maybe stockholders. But do you understand? Like, it's another level. Like, when you out here pseudo-bossing, pseudo-independent, my homeboy Antonio Moore makes it clear, too. When you look at Black Americans, we own less than 1% as a group. Throw everybody in. Kobe, Shaq, Puffy, Dr. Dre, all the richest, Oprah, Bill. We own less than 1% of the land in America.
Mm-hmm.
The average median family. What was it?
Black, they're the fastest growing
group of entrepreneurs in America.
Yes.
Excellent. I love it.
I knew I was gonna.
Get your own business, baby boo.
Exactly.
That's freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be mad. But when you're still dependent in society at large, nobody can really call themselves a boss. Really, you on Instagram showing your ass and you're a boss.
Right. Doesn't work that way. What about those teachers that are wearing those female teachers that were getting all that flack because they wore like form-fitting clothes and they thought it was inappropriate? Like on their Instagram.
You mean that thick-ass teacher from Atlanta or somewhere?
Yeah, it was like a few of them though that came out. But that main one went viral. But like that's shouldn't matter. She wasn't showing her ass. She just thick. Was she supposed to wear sweatpants to hide that body?
First off,
that shouldn't like ever.
Women always. If I'm a teacher,
listen.
If I'm a teacher and I come to school in some sweatpants with my 11-inch swipe, I got on sweatpants, and I'm the basketball coach or the track coach for the girls,
right?
And I got the swipe imprint.
Listen, I'm talking about outside of school.
Wait a minute. Your kids, now if this was back in the day before all
Instagram,
cell
that's the
phones and all
problem.
this shit,
That's the problem, right?
Then cool. Ain't nobody ever gonna find out.
Right.
But we live in a society where you have Generation Edge.
Right.
Generation Edge are after the millennials. They're the ones in kindergarten, but they're born with an iPad.
Right.
And they know how to function on an iPad. They know how to do this shit. So if your teacher is on social media in that way, it's really easy for these younger students, these younger kids who are basically digitally locked in already. It's easier for them to find that shit.
That's fine. But why are the teachers getting in trouble for, like, how are they not supposed to post them in a dress when they go out for their birthday?
Okay.
Do they need to have two separate pages?
What you gonna be? Are you a teacher?
Or a grown-ass woman that want to dress nice?
But
that just happened to have a fat ass.
Let me
My
just
bad,
say,
I was born this way.
Nobody follows the rules like black women working for white people.
Right.
Do I have to pull this shit out? Do I got to pull this shit out? Nobody follows the rules to the letter like black women who work for white people. Tell me I'm wrong. Well, shit, I work for the CDC. I can't be putting this shit up there because niggas might see it. Yeah. Or I work for...
Right. No, I agree.
I work for a senator. I can't be... I got level 4 clearance. I can't.
I have 2 pages.
Do you understand?
Yeah. You can have 2 pages.
So, no, you can't have no pages in some cases.
That's true, too. Just fuck it.
So, you think because you're a teacher, you shouldn't operate with the same discretion. I know teachers saying, don't put me on that shit because I don't want to be seen by whoop, whoop, whoop.
But here's my thing. I get where you're coming from.
So you're an IG model or a teacher?
But that's the thing. It wasn't even on some IG model. They literally were just wearing a dress. But I feel like if they didn't have the courage that they had it wouldn't have been a problem for them wearing a form-fitting dress because they don't, like, if I'm an A cup and I ain't got no ass and I wear a tight dress, you ain't gonna get mad because there's nothing sexual about that. There's nothing, like, when it comes to someone that's voluptuous, now they're put in a box where it's like, oh, you can't wear a tight dress because you're a D cup. But she got the same dress I got on, she just don't got shit. You know? So that's where it's kind of like, it's not fair. It's not like she busting it open, she got twerking videos. That's a completely different. But it's literally because of their body type that they're ashamed. That's what's not cool. Because I don't think they wore their dress was long, it was to her knees. It was just form-fitting and she got a fat ass.
Well, I do think this, though. In terms of strong women. Weak men are the only ones that have a problem with strong women.
Yes.
Now, we must know the difference. We must qualify.
That's true.
The difference between strong, assertive, aggressive, right? Strong and assertive are good. These are women who are clear. These are women who are intelligent, are educated, are level-headed, right? Great communicators. You understand these are great people to be around, right? Always striving to better themselves, not just financially,
right?
But also internally, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. They're always hunting down their own weaknesses and flaws. You feel what I'm saying?
I agree.
That's a strong woman.
Yeah.
But a woman who hides behind her accomplishments are no different than a man who compensates for a little dick. You don't like that? That didn't resonate with you?
It did.
That's who the fuck I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Like, there are a lot of little people out there, men and women. And their accomplishments are actually bigger than they are.
Right.
Which is why they opt to hide behind those accomplishments.
Exactly. Because that's all they have.
Right. I always say what you accomplished or what you have is merely a reflection of who you are and not actually who you are.
Absolutely.
A reflection is not the actual image.
Right.
Right? So I always tell people that, and it's like, you got people who are defined by what they have done as opposed to being defined by who they are. Like,
right.
Hi, my name is Whoop-de-Whoop, and I'm a doctor. No, you practice medicine.
Right.
You are something else entirely.
Right.
What you do is a discipline, is a skill set. That's not who you are.
Right.
Hi, my name is George, and I'm a dentist. Hi, I'm an IG model. No, who the fuck are you?
Right.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason.
Hey, guys. This is Danielle from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn!
Hey,
where Brooklyn at? Where? Oh, sorry. New York! Okay, go ahead.
Well, right. I want to just add, as far as you guys are talking about parenting and having the father in the household and such. A while ago, there was a guy I listened to, and he was talking about relationships as well. And a video he did on how fathers can contribute to women being or not knowing how to be in relationships.
Say more.
And it kind of made me think about my father, because he wasn't in my household, but we are pretty close. He was kind of a Rolling Stone. He had a lot of issues, but I've always had a soft spot for him because I know the man that he is. So even though he's done a lot of things that were kind of messed up, we have a good relationship. Like, I've reconciled those daddy issues. So, in my upbringing, I just noticed he's always been the one kind of telling me, just take care of yourself, don't worry about anything, because a lot of his issues were dealing with women and relationships. But with regards to his career, like, he's a smart man, like, he has his money together, like, he was very on point with that. But when it came to dealing with women, it kind of just messed him up. Like, all right, child support. So
his issues were dealing with relationships. So I guess he kind of projected that onto me. So he was always, just be in your books and take care of yourself. But it got to a point now, like I realized up until maybe 2 years ago, I was dealing with someone. He pointed out to me, you really don't know how to be with someone or how to allow a man to take care of you because you always think you need to take care of things for yourself. So it wasn't until that relationship that I realized I had that issue, and I think a lot of it stemmed from just my dad instilling this in me and never just accepting that at some point in my life I'm going to have a man in the equation.
Man, oh, Manischewitz. That's why I love this fucking show. It's designed to pull it out of you.
Right.
In my book, The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship, we talk about how we model our parents, even when our parents are absent.
Right.
Ask yourself a question. Are your relationship standards born from a coping mechanism that was designed to deal with an absent parent?
No.
I'm not saying personally. Go lay down.
I mean, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of times it's not.
But a lot of people have those
Right,
those
they
relationship coping mechanisms, those relationship rules.
Right.
And what she had to learn about herself, about her father in context,
Right.
came from a third-party relationship
Exactly.
that delivered the information
Right, that she
about
needed,
the
right.
relationship that
At
she
hand.
that she has with her father.
Mm-hmm.
Relationship is a mirror. Look at that.
It does teach a lot.
I'm just saying.
Did that work? It didn't work out, right? That relationship.
No, he's gone.
No.
But he had a purpose.
Yeah, he had a purpose.
You're right.
Everything has a purpose.
That's what I was getting at. Like, it may not have lasted, but you got something out of it, and it helps you.
But see, this is the thing that bothers me about the so-called self-help people, and I don't want to name no names, but get away from people who are like this. The people you are around reflect you.
Right.
Or you couldn't be. Right. You can't just go fuck with Quincy Jones right now.
Right.
Go holler at Quincy right now. You're gonna be, who the fuck? Security?
Right.
You just can't go fuck with people unless they reflect you in some way.
Right.
You could tell a lot about a person if you look at their top 5 friends.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why are your 5 friends in your life and why are they considered friends?
Right.
Right.
They're there because they are you.
Right.
Or y'all niggas wouldn't resonate on any level at all.
Right. We could not get along.
We watch this. Krishnamurti, my favorite philosopher. Knowledge is a reflex of memory. So when you remember, that's the only way you can know.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that is known is a memory. That's why it's known, past tense.
Right.
Knowledge is a reflex of memory. So guess what? Every time you meet somebody who typically became a friend, there's some level of familiarity there.
Right.
You recognize them even on an energetic level.
Right.
Name just a perfect motherfucking stranger that registered to you when you met them. You know how many motherfuckers you walk by that you don't even remember you walked by?
Absolutely not.
They don't even catch anything. They don't catch any part of your attention. Now you add this layer, confirmation bias. The way your nervous system is set up, it's designed to filter out shit that doesn't relate to you. Mm-hmm. Your thought process. So imagine a person that you can meet and they resonate. You can't resonate with niggas that ain't you.
Unless they're so extreme, you remember.
You should get away from the terrible people in your life. You should get away from the fucking terribleness in your spirit.
That's true.
Can I also add something too?
You surely can, baby boo.
Well, just as far as I really do my best to try to learn from any person that I encounter in my life that's close to me. So I'm surprised at it, but the one thing I can say with him is I found out he was cheating on me.
Sure.
And he was actually about to have another baby with this other woman.
Wow.
And I've known him for a long time, though, but this is like, we were only together about like 2 years. So as much as that still really hurt me and upset me, I don't know how I got into this place now where I do forgive him. Like, if I see him down the street, I don't want to hurt him or anything. It's just I still want him to do well in life because we did have a good relationship and I learned a lot about myself through him. There were things he actually pointed out to me and I did kind of see myself in him. So,
wow.
Kind of weird, but.
No.
Yeah, you miss him.
That friendship.
Doesn't mean he needs to be in my life anymore.
First off, own the shit before you shut it down. Let's just do that.
Right.
Because there's a lot of bullshit happening already.
Wait a minute.
Let's kind of acknowledge what the fuck was just
You pointing
picked
at
up
me
here.
or what?
You gonna pick it up?
No, I do. Every now and
cool.
again, I miss him.
I just hate it. How you gonna be bossy? You can't even acknowledge. Just yes, I miss him. I don't want anything bad to happen.
You'd miss that friendship.
First off, most men and women in America don't know how to be friends.
No, but I'm saying the friendship aspect of it, not the bad stuff, the baby and all of that.
As long as there are hidden agendas and a marriage to one's expectations, you cannot be a true friend.
That's true. I agree with that, absolutely. Yeah. Because to me, if you can do something like that to me, you were never my friend.
Okay. It's always doing something to you.
Well, I'm saying as far as her context, the context of what her situation was.
No, but I can take ownership in my part of it because I realized I was at a low point. My self-esteem was kind of
right.
I don't know. I was looking for validation outside of myself. So I wasn't feeling too good about myself. My self-esteem was kind of low, and I was kind of looking for him to be the source of happiness, and I kind of wasn't getting what I needed from him.
Now watch this. You didn't date him. Your self-esteem did. Mm-hmm. Because your self-esteem needed a resolution, and it needed a relationship to resolve itself.
Yeah.
I does this. Brooklyn in the building. Well, Brooklyn. Okay, I'm sorry. Having a New York moment. Thank you so much for calling. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Call in anytime, goddammit. How fire was this? This shit was crazy. You don't be listening. I see. You're a little hardhead. You're a little feisty, a little contrarian.
I listen. I still like to say what I gotta say.
I disagree before I agree.
I listen. I think you just don't know somebody like me. That's all.
How many motherfuckers have become bad bitches as an act of revenge?
A lot. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I'm going to show him.
I'm going to show him ass motherfuckers.
You want to sleep on me? Girls don't take rejection very well.
Who's got the bigger ego? Girls or men?
I think girls do.
I know girls do.
But I will say this. I think men are like worse at handling it appropriately.
Women care and nurture when what they want is being given to them consistently, and what is being given to them has to up level over a period of time. Mm-hmm. So if I want this, in order for me to stay engaged, it has to keep getting higher and higher.
And we're talking about boss women, right?
I'm talking about women in general.
Oh, okay.
Men, on the other hand, are much simpler. You don't have to keep up-leveling what you give me. Just keep giving it to me.
That's
Acknowledge
true.
me. Respect me. We're good. Most men cheat because there's a lack of respect coming from their woman.
Right.
I guarantee you, if we did an independent study and found out the true cause for why there's so much cheating, it probably ain't got a lot to do with I just wanted some pussy. I guarantee you, it deals with there's no respect in that house. There's marginalization in that house for me. We heard it on the show today.
Listen, I don't agree with that. I agree, but I don't think that's the main reason.
I'll go 2 more hours, goddammit. I guarantee you we'll get somebody on the line right now. Man, how many of you put your dick in another woman because you wasn't getting properly respected at the crib?
But I will say this. I feel like that is the breaking point, but there's levels to it. It's not like it just comes out of nowhere. Because when my last relationship where I was cheated on.
When did you stop respecting him?
When he started disrespecting me. And it wasn't through he didn't actually, okay, let me say this. So he admitted it after the relationship, obviously, but he said, I was trying to be like my friends. I wanted to be like a pimp because they all had girlfriends, but they were able to still have side girls too and get away with it. So he was like, so he kept basically actively trying to cheat and he wasn't successful. And eventually he became successful. So that's when the respect was lost. When you were so focused on trying to be like your friends. It was in college. He was a Kappa. You know how that is.
One of the pretty boys too?
Bruh. I didn't even, he was my best. And the crazy thing was, he was my best friend first for years. And his first girlfriend didn't like me because she was like, if she gave you a chance, you would be with her. And he was like, that's true, but I'm not going to tell her that. You know?
Dated
I know.
a failure at cheating.
I know. I know. I made a mistake. But we were best friends. So there was always respect there. Until the relationship. And he was like, wait, I'm still a Kappa though. Summer was over and school started. Bitches came out of everywhere and transfers, new girls. Like it was like heaven for him. So he just tried it and kept trying me. And then that's when everything fell apart. I can no longer do what I have to do to make you happy because your focus is on the wrong shit right now. I'm trying to help you get internships for school and you focused on fucking other bitches and they don't even want your ass. Because they all know you go with me. Dummy.
Oh, she's still salty?
I'm not. It was like...
You dummy!
He was dumb because he kept trying and it wasn't even working. It was kind of funny. Eventually, he got some dumbass girl to fall for it.
Oh, God. This is the greatest show ever. You know, we didn't take any breaks.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for one.
Yeah.
But then I got my Wi-Fi. It's all good.
The Wi-Fi in here has been terrible for my filming, but that's all right. Oh, my God. Today was a great show. I'm ZoWilliams, the voice of reason. This is HottButton Radio. What is the voice of reason? It's a relationship forum where we interact with callers from all over the country. We had a new young lady join the show today. Joelle.
You guys gave me a hard time, but I appreciate it.
Where are you from, Joelle? Tell them about you a little bit.
I'm from Maryland. DC closer to DC than Baltimore, so please don't.
And she's not from the East Coast. Okay,
it's a southern state.
That's
and
fine.
at the end of the day, I went to
Mason,
school.
Dixon, it's fine.
It is. It's
cool.
true.
It's
I go to Philly. They're like, you country as hell.
And Philly is what, 20 minutes? 30
It's
minutes?
2 hours away. And they make it like it's such a big deal. Like I have this crazy ass accent. But anyway, so that's where I'm from. I'm 26. Just turned 26.
And what are you doing here in LA? What's happening?
I work in nightlife mostly. Yikes.
That's a boss bitch right there. She's independent. She don't need no help.
She's like, she didn't even grab the car.
What do you do?
But yeah, I work in nightlife mostly, but I do sound. I work with a lot of DJs out here. Do live performances, concerts, doing the stage management and things like that for wherever concert or performance is going on. So I get hired mostly like, like a freelance person. I kind of call myself that.
Yeah. She's a drifter.
I've with all the contacts that I've created while being out here, I feel like now I can do what I have to do to start my own management company to help producers, engineers, songwriters, DJs get into the field. I use my networks to help you. You help me.
I love it. You already know who I am. Follow everything that I do, man. All right? Support the movement. Go to my GoFundMe page, www.gofundme.com/ZoWilliams. Please continue to support the movement. I forgot to hey, Frank, make sure you put a picture of the GoFundMe page in the beginning of the video. I didn't even mention it. I'm just crazy. Thank you, man. I appreciate everybody for chiming in. Friday night, 5 to 7 p.m. is the next Voice of Reason. I'm going to act a fool again. If you guys are afraid to have this real conversation, you know how y'all do. Y'all be listening, but you don't want to call. I implore everybody to participate. Don't be scared. I appreciate everybody. We'll see you Friday. Deuces.